Tier 53 Meridian High City blue team. Couple of Chaos Lords. First up is Rostam 313. We also have Angreh Timmeh. These guys are durable and destructive commanders, walk through objects and cannot be suppressed on powerful offense and disruption, fight mainly in melee combat. This is the World Eater's elite scheme on Rostam. Alongside SaltStorm as a Techmarine, starts off range combat, puts out some good damage, can also support with structures and repair wade into melee combat as well. Red team, couple of Ork players. First up is Coldpsyker as a Commando Knob, infiltrating commander that shoots you, stabs you and blows you up. Orky style, begins range combat with a twin link shooter. This is Death Skull's elite scheme. And Quixote alongside as a Warboss, a melee commander, can walk through objects, good offense, disruption and support from the front lines. And rounding off the teams, it's Dino, or is it Dino, playing a Lord Commissar, strong offense and support, fights in melee combat and begins with a refractor field. Whoa, lots of damage on the Chaos Lord from these buffed up guardsmen here. They had some inspiring courage laid upon them, which means the Lord Commissar shot one of them in the head, making them do double damage for a short duration, but they can't retreat while that's active. Commando Knob chasing down some Chaos Space Marines. This Chaos Lord having a bit better luck in the north, chasing off some sluggers, but that's double shooters to DPS him down. The CSM in turn are chasing those. No, turn around and start smacking on this Commando Knob. Chaos Lord should be able to chase them all the way back near those stairs at least, and the CSM are staying in play. Bit of confusion I think in the blue end of things. SaltStorm not capping those powers immediately. Usually it's expected that this central player will get those natural powers, and they can be very difficult to hit, those natural 2 power points. Chaos Lord getting all the way back near the base there, but is eventually persuaded to leave by lots of Daka and some sluggers. Those guys getting back to base to heal up a bit. Shooter boys for Quixote with big shooters up already. These guys getting theirs. Also Warboss leading a line, drawing fire. Need to be careful though. He's going to go down in retreat I think to range fire. Yep. And that could be tricky to revive him from there. Maybe the Commando can sneak in. Looks like Dino. Let's call him Dino, because that's an actual name. It might try and revive him, but there's a lot of stuff there. Double tactical Marines from SaltStorm. There is Inspire Courage again, as you saw. But it looks like it was wasted. Maybe. Get behind this light cover here and use it. There we go. There's a lot of stuff shooting at him. Here comes the Chaos Lord, and he has the Combi Flamer. So he's going to be peeling off those guardsman models left and right, not to mention those Orks also. This might allow him to level up like crazy. He's already level 2. Sentinel backing away. There's Kill the Weak, knocking the Lord Commissar around. He puts his shield up, but this is pretty dicey. Can he get away? Don't think he's gonna. Nope. CSM coming in to finish him off in melee, and they don't drop a model either. Pretty lucky there. Lots of shooty fights in this southern edge. Blue team trying to make a push on this natural VP of the red team. That was Immolate from the Chaos Lord's Combi Flamer. That's what it's called, right? Yes. In the north, double CSM from Angreh Timmeh. It looks like he's lost his heretics though. Rostam going straight into some Noise Marines. Dino with some Katishan Devils. These guys can do a whole lot for you. Disrupt from range, knock back and suppress melee units that get too close, and defend with a smoke bomb also. And even more, they can put a improvised explosive down, which can be pretty devastating if you can't spot it. Shooting up that node over there. Double tactical Marines looking solid in the mid, but this is a lot of stuff shooting at him. Oh, there's only one shooter squad. But sluggers getting too close, and they retreat back to a relay beacon. Something seen as very strong in general in team games. Can be very strong, can also be an absolute death trap if you get forced off, retreat back to it in a weakened position, and then get set upon by a strong army. What is this Sentinel doing? He's going to lose it. Down it goes. Dino not paying attention there. Obviously looking at the south where he had double guardsmen and catechans fighting it out. Grenade launcher heretics, there they are. Here are some noise marines too. Really bad news for an Imperial Guard army early on if they didn't go multiple sentinels. Lord Commissar can help you out. He can get in there with his shield up and be immune to their cacophony knockback and try and tie him up. Because he's going straight after the Chaos Lord though, who does have his Dark Halo up, making him even more tanky and difficult to force off for those las guns. Power sword, power sword. This thing kicks ass. Seems to do tons of damage. It's 50 power melee DPS, which is pretty standard for power weapons in tier 1. Well, kind of. Can he take out one of those Knights Marine models? I guess not. CSM with Eternal War. What about Timmeh's? Yep, both have Eternal War. Bunch of dead stuff over there. Oh, look at this. Commando Nob with his knife and better combat kit. His knife does around about, well, it should tell me here. Yeah, 70 melee DPS and has Assassinate and Triple Shot. Triple Shot is awesome because it gives you a way to momentarily control that Chaos Lord. 498 to 376, 1-to-1 cap. Blue team looking pretty strong right now. Have that beacon up. Are sitting pretty in the mid with that Techmarine. Orks can stabilize an area with warbanders and looters and stuff. But looks like we're going to see a standard Ork. Rather light tier 1 of just upgraded shooters straight into tier 2 where they can get weird boys and war trucks and death treads and stuff, which can have a massive impact if you get them out early. Got to see at least one weird boy surely. Might see a death tread make a run at the generators. We have a heavy weapon squad up for Dino with that heavy bolter trying to suppress stuff. Can't suppress that Chaos Lord of course, but will do huge amounts of damage if he gets close to it. Suppression weapons in general that's set up like this do more damage the closer you get. This guy's forced off though. Hard to control that much units with a single setup team, especially if they're kind of spread out. Commando Nob in amongst some chaos stuff. There's the triple shot on the Havocs, knocked them over there. These guys with a heavy bolter of their own. Daka Daka on those heretics, just absolutely melting those models there. Holy crap. Got their Doom Blast off, but they might go down as a retreat. Looks like they're going to be okay. Chaos Lord, I think, has his Kill the Weak to use, but needs to get into a big pile of stuff to use it well, but gets away in a way. The more units you hit with your Kill the Weak, the more you are healed. Has that very useful knockdown, of course, as well. It's a good escape tool in general. Triple cap for the blue team. We have double tactical marines upgraded with their sergeants. No special weapons on them yet. Kind of surprising we haven't seen Stern Guard pop up straight away. Hellfire rounds will do a hell of a lot of work versus double Orks and Imperial Guard, but maybe he wants something bigger up to spend his power on. Full power on this southern contested power node for the blue team. This one's being decapped in the north. You have some Marco Zinch CSM with Inferno Bolts. And that's with the Aspiring Champion now too. So a lot of DPS coming out of these guys. Tearing through those shooters, as you can see. These guys will do extra damage to any heavy or super heavy infantry, such as Ogrins we could see in tier 2, or of course Knobs in tier 3. And Flashkits, of course, are heavy infantry, I believe. Sluggers, oh, thought they were going to take out those scouts, but they did have the shotgun blast, and the Techmarine has his signum. Mark target is awesome. Increase the damage by 40%. I thought that was reduced. Maybe it was, and the tooltip just wasn't changed. Or maybe I'm just making it up. Warboss coming all the way over here and reviving the Lord Commissar. This guy's now almost level 3. Has his Power Claw, 95 DPS heavy melee with those big slow swings, so massive chunks of burst damage off that melee weapon. Here's a Death Dread in the north with burners and bits. These guys have an autocannon though. Mark of Corn on those Havocs. Autocannon, good damage to all targets with a small area of effect. Massive damage to all targets actually, especially if you get close to those things. Really powerful weapon. One of the things that was buffed considerably in Elite Mod. Down goes that Warboss. Stuck around too long. Did not take down that node either. Chaos Lord is level 4. Fully kitted out now with armor of the Inferno, Dark Halo, and Combi Flamer. Is that Death Dread still doing work? Havocs are going to set up though. This is going to be painful for that Death Dread. Massive chunks of hit points coming off it. It needs to try and tie them up. There we go. Going to take out one of the models. Boom. 70 DPS or so. Heavy melee on this Death Dread. 950 hit points. Not bad at all. Here's a war truck with a bunch of Orks piling out of it. Almost took out those Havocs. And a Death Dread doing really well. Is he gonna... Oh, he's got some Plague Marines up. Rostam, what about Timmeh? He's going for a Chaos Dreadnought. Plague Marines, incredibly durable unit with an anti-vehicle missile launcher that also snares those targets. They have 2 models with bolters that will do damage over time. One of the units looking to get toned down or nerfed in the next update. Their anti-infantry prowess is seen as a bit too strong. They don't do massive amounts of DPS, but because they're so tough, they can kind of outlast a lot of units and outshoot them, especially if they get some good cover. Down goes that Lord Commissar, so it looks like maybe their bolter DPS will be reduced. It was increased kind of relatively recently, a few updates ago, I think. War truck backing away will allow these Orks to reinforce around it up here. There's that auto cannon, and we're going to see a Mark of Tzeentch Chaos Dreadnought. Very powerful anti-vehicle, and that's a dead Death Dread, I think. Don't know if the Havoc's going to be able to stay around. No, they're not. 396 to 211. We see the rockets on that Mark of Tzeentch Dreadnought. Now it's being tied up, but should be able to finish it off with its melee attack. There we go. Smack. Some repairs going in. Surely this Death Dread is done for, though. One more hit might do it. There we go. Really good push, though, from Coldpsyker. And I think that Death Dread did its job very well. Made him purchase some very, very expensive anti-vehicle. And these Dreadnoughts are nowhere near as good as they were against infantry these days. Their Frenzied Barrage doesn't do as much damage, although it still suppresses, of course. Big shooty fight again. Plasma Guardsmen getting absolutely wrecked by some Stern Guard veterans and some Tactical Marines. That was a Manticore strike coming in to disperse them. There it is. Does have the Storm Eagle upgrade, making its rockets more powerful, but meaning that their cooldown is a bit longer. 335, 211, double cap for red. They've really come back into this. There's a weird boy from Quixote, already has the warp head. Foot of Gork can be absolutely devastating on a blob of stuff. Oh, look at this. The World Eater's Dreadnought with that funky tail and Blood Crusher head. Still that 2-1 now. Beacon is going to go down. Bided their time, the red team. They didn't foolhardily go after it when it was well defended. Waited for them to push stuff off and then go on it. Chaos Lord is down. That Dreadnought is getting a Mark of Pawn. Where is it? There we go. And a Blood Crusher is up. Pretty late Blood Crusher, but alongside that Dreadnought, might be able to overload any anti-vehicle and do some damage. Chaos Lord leveling to 3. He's got no war gear, Angreh Timmeh. Pretty angry then. What's this? Oh no. Heretic shot down on retreats. Warboss gets away. Barely. Maybe. Chaos Lord's in retreat path. Trying to finish him off, but he turns so slowly. Slugger's going to have to retreat out there. Tank Buster Barrage doing absolutely insane damage to that Dreadnought. Holy crap. Gonna go down here, I think. CSM will wiped out. Angreh Timmeh having a torrid time over here. Chaos Lord trying to tie up those tank busters and does so. One more volley would have taken that Dreadnought down. Coldpsyker doing very well in the north. Very well indeed. He's taking that natural VP. And Angreh Timmeh needs some help from SaltStorm, who has a Land Raider Redeemer on the field. That is pretty damn quick. What are we, like 13, 14 minutes in or something? That's a quick land raider. We also have a Nob squad up though from Quixote. Looks like the suppressing heavy flamers, or what are they called, thunderstorm cannons or something weird, on the land raider are gonna get their suppression removed in the next update. Gonna get a damage increase to compensate, I think. 209 to 211, a single cap for red. Terminator's called in for SaltStorm. Gonna do a hell of a lot of damage to these orcs with those storm bolters, trying to shoot down the weird boy, and might do so. Looks like, yep, Quixote not paying attention to his weird boy and loses him. Well done, Terminators. They had a massive impact immediately. Autocannon Havocs. Gonna explode some orcs. I'm not sure why he retreated here. Just backed off to his war truck and reinforced and all that. What is this? Oh, Blood Crusher taking out the Manticore. Maybe that's why he got the Blood Crusher specifically. They are very, very good at hunting down Manticores with their good speed and solid damage. Looks like the red VP is going to be decapped here. Maybe even capped. Heretics moving in. No, turn around. Here's that Land Red Redeemer. There is the frag assault and everything being suppressed by those flamers. Melter gun Techmarine. Boom. Down goes the... what is this? It's the Commando knob. Topsy-turvy game. As everyone hits tier 3 apart from Rostam. He can go though. He's got plenty of resources. Unless he wants another dreadnought or something. But with a Land Raider Redeemer on the field, massive advantage to the blue team. They can use this as a mobile retreat point, and it will reinforce and heal up nearby allied infantry. A massive deal, and he can get inside it and hide from rocks. Well, 4 units can anyway. More tank busters of Coldpsyker. He's certainly going to go after that Land Raider, isn't he? We saw what they can do to vehicles, especially if they land their barrage, which is easier to land on a Land Raider because it's so freaking big. Coming after this VP now. There's a rocks. Techmarine goes down. Terminator's teleporting out of it. That is a risky use of the teleport though, because now he can't use it to escape. You expect him to teleport backwards there, but he could have teleported closer into a bunch of plasma guns. Not a lot of anti-vehicle here, apart from the Nob squad, which is actually plenty of anti-vehicle. They have their jammers. Terminator's getting wrecked. This could be a massive mistake from SaltStorm. Big misplay. Gonna lose his Terminators, and does. And loses the Land Raider. It's a big turnaround. Massive risk to come up here. Stone Guard veterans might also fall. No, they retreat out. Techmarine gets revived and retreats. That could be a game-defining engagement. Although Dino doesn't have that much either. Angreh Timmeh calling in some Chaos Terminators here. They have twin-linked bolters and power fists. Not as much health as Loyalist Terminators, but they do have some awesome weapon options. We see one of them here, the autocannon. And some heretics. Give them some worship support if they get in trouble. Nob squad not wanting to fight those heretics there was a bit weird. Did he not have the red to use frenzy or something? He has it, but maybe it was on cooldown, maybe he just didn't want to risk it. Warboss reviving the Lord Commissar. Gonna let... no, does not level him to 5. 196 to 148. Single cap for red. It's anyone's game right now. That Land Raider was taken out so quickly. Looks like SaltStorm wants to drop a Venerable Dreadnought, which makes me happy. Shooters running away. Debuffed by these Terminators. These guys demoralize units as they kill them, which lowers their damage and I believe increases the damage that they take, which is pretty powerful. Taking a lot of damage here, Terminators, but they do get the cap and then teleport away. Dropped one model, and they're pretty damn expensive to reinforce Chaos Terminators. 192 to 143. Big engagement in the mid. Here comes a double Nob squad. Chaos Lord might try and disrupt with his Kill the Weak. Might see his Blood Maul to help disrupt them also. Looks like he's going to go down. No, Kill the Weak healing him up plenty. But then he goes down anyway. Blood Crusher fighting a Nob squad. Usually not a good engagement for the Blood Crusher. But Nob squad were taking shots from a million things and is forced to retreat, but does get away. Down goes the Blood Crusher though to the second Nob squad. User choppers up on them, buffing their damage and their melee skill, and look how they tear through this Dreadnought with the help of the double tank busters. Holy crap, talk about some AV. Good push by the red team. Yes, they lost a bunch of Nob squads, but they killed stuff. Blood Crusher down, Dreadnought down. Slugger's trying to stop this Techmarine from reviving, but he's got his refractor field up and he gets the revive and levels to 8. Holy crap. He's got a lot of energy to power his shield now. Leman Russ on the field for Dino. Taking shots from the Plague Marines who are level 3. I'm not sure how they got level 3. What did they kill? Quixote going for a war truck, no doubt to help support his Nob squad in the field. Angreh Timmeh has a decent amount of resources. No sign of a Predator tank though. Maybe he wants a Land Raider Phobos. We see another Land Raider Redeemer for SaltStorm. Some blood letters also for Rostam, who are taken out. Okay then. 177 to 121. Rostam had a Chaos Predator queued up momentarily. He has tons of red, so we could see a game-changing nuke here. Nob squad back in the field with only one model each. They're going to reinforce off the war truck though. Looks like that is a repair bunker. No, I'm not sure what it is actually. It's not a medical bunker. Plague Marines don't really have the DPS to threaten that Leman Russ with double guards on around to repair it. Where are those Nob squads at? They've got inside the war truck with no models. Oh, there's another war truck. It's kind of strange. Kassakin on the way for Dino. Might see the grenade launcher fellas, which disrupt with every shot, which is pretty good. With some good old weapon knockback. Warboss is looking pretty freaking angry. He's got his heavy armor just stomped on a bunch of Havocs or something. What are you? Heretics running away. TSM are not going to last long in melee with this guy. And it's a big push by the Orks against Angreh Timmeh's VP. Chaos Lord with his Lightning Claws should have gone for the hammer, I think. Lightning Claws are insane DPS, but you need disruption on those knobs. You can't really fight them in melee combat all that easily. Unless you're Gene Stealers or something. Land Raider Phobos on the way for Timmeh. 137 to 121, a single cap for the red team. They are looking pretty strong right now with double knobs and tank busters to kill anything big, and that Leman Russ as well. Kassakin on the field going for the grenade launchers. We still have this Mark of Khorne Dreadnought. I haven't seen it in action very much in the middle. Are they going to go after this VP? Is that where the Land Raiders down here? It looks like they might be. Lots of Dakar on these Terminators. They have some good resistance against piercing damage though with that super heavy infantry armor. Double cap for red team. Triple cap for red team. This could be it right here. They need to cap something, blue. Looks like the Techmarine is going after that VP. Not sure why those tactical Marines did not decap, or at least go for the power. Do something. Techmarine is going to get there, but they still need to cap something else. They are getting a natural back, so it looks like the blue team will survive for now. Orks again pushing through. Momentum building up from those huge hammers. 53 to 121 with the VPs evened out in terms of capped VPs, that is. This guy's still trying to get the Red's natural, but I don't think he's going to be able to. No, runs away. This Land Raider again is pushed up super far. Venerable Dreadnought stomping around. Very, very risky place for this Land Raider to be. The Tactical Marines and the Stern Guard trying to finish off that Leman Russ, but looks like it's going to get away. Nob Squad are persuaded to leave. Venerable Dreadnought will help against the double Nobs for sure, with melee resistance and the Emperor's Fist thing. Blue team now capping mid, going to get a 2-1 of their own going. What was that effect? Was that a battle wagon somewhere? That looks pretty strange. Oh, it was a crack grenade from the Kasrkin, I think. Yeah, store level 5 running away from some Orks. What level are you fellas now? Level 3, level 4. Tank busters, 2 and 1. Have some stick bombers too. Haven't seen them throw their stuff, but I'm sure it's happened on the screen. You have a Corn Shrine spawning bloodletters, which is useful to have. There's that Land Raider Phobos, Land Raider Redeemer, bunch of Dreadnoughts flinging it, well, 2 Dreadnoughts, Venerable and Mark of Corn, which will both be super useful against the Nob Squad. No sign of Lightning Claw Terminators from the Chaos fellas. They've both gone for autocannons. This could be a massive engagement here. Let the Galaxy burn, setting it off. There is None Shall Fall. Combine that with Nobs and you have a really scary army, but the blue team wrecking them. Red team got close and it just got shot to pieces and backed the hell off. All reinforcing off that war truck though. Warboss trying to lead the line. Has the trophy rack. Nobs getting in there, but the Venerable Dreadnought is there to meet them. War truck's gonna go down and down it goes. That might cause a big retreat from the Orks. Looks like it has. Dino now joining the fight a little bit late. Blue team looking very, very strong now. Boom, down goes the Leman Russ. Blue team looking very strong. I thought they'd lost it when they lost the Land Raider and the Terminators like that. But it looks like Dino has struggled to kind of keep up. Was very late getting his tier 3 stuff going, and then kind of just stopped, run out of resources. So I think this is the blue team's game now. Look at their armies. And Dino is now very thin with just 2 units, Guardsman and Kasrkin. We just pummeled them, says SaltStorm. You sure did. Looted Tank's not going to do a lot. It's so difficult to attack this. I mean, you need to counter so many different things. You need massive armies to do it and nukes and stuff. That's why nukes are in the game. But I don't see... No, none of the Ork players have rocks, and he doesn't have a rocket run. And he's not going to be able to get the army to help against this in time, I don't think. 53 to 45. Very, very close, but that engagement was pretty decisive, I think. Here comes some sluggers, level 4, to try and ninja this VP. Well, they're doing the right thing here and moving away from the middle, trying to drag the blue team around so they can't just huddle around that Land Raider without the Land Raider moving and maybe getting exposed. Stick bombers stunning the Terminators. Very good usage of them, but that is a nuke and that is devastating to the Orks. Holy crap, tons of stuff died. Nob Squad getting suppressed and just demolished. And down they go. Had the right idea, but that was a very, very good nuke. I'm not sure who did that. Maybe Timmeh. Has the least red. Another looted tank from Quixote. And more Kasrkin from Dino. But it's not going to help you out. Grenade launchers are not going to help you kill vehicles. Level 4 Chaos Dreadnought with Mark of Corn up to 1531 hit points. Level 2 Venerable already up to 1925. And there's the game, in fact. A single cap wins it for the blue. 53 VPs remaining. Let's look at the heroes. End of the game. Level 10 Chaos Lord from Rostam. Level 10 Techmarine. Could we have triple 10s? No. Level 6 Chaos Lord from Angreh Timmeh. Under a lot of pressure early on from Coldpsyker, but solidified in tier 3. The Kommando was level 6 also and down. Warboss level 7 with a very scary loadout. Trophy rack, heavy armor, and that power claw. And Dino's Lord Commissar level 4 dead at the feet of the blue army here. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.